So some months back, we were talking about what we wanted to kind of go into for Christmas as a theme. The message of Christmas is roughly always the same, right? But we kind of like to have some kind of an idea of what to go into. So Randy walks in and he says, carols. I'm thinking carols. And we said, well, that sounds great. Let's do carols. And a part of what we wanted to do in this period, this Advent season, is to explain or give some insight into a carol each Sunday. So today we're going to be talking about O Come Emmanuel. Now, the first thing I need to say is the reason that we sing carols, when we have other songs available, the reason that we sing carols is because it pulls us back. It pulls us into the purpose and the reason for Christmas. O Come Emmanuel actually does this really, really well, because this carol, like other hymn or traditional Christmas carols, are rich with theology, things that can nurture our minds and our hearts, things that remind us what this is all about, okay? When we like Baby, It's Cold Outside, if you ever listen to the words on that one, I'll let you make your own judgment. But songs like O Come Emmanuel, they teach us something. They fill us up. So just some examples. The very first verse, O come, Emmanuel, that comes out of Isaiah 7:14, where it talks about the virgin will give birth. She will call him Emmanuel. There's another term in there, the rod of Jesse. This is kind of speaking in plant or growth terms. The rod is kind of an offshoot or a branch, and that comes out of Isaiah 11. There is, what else here? Let's see, the Lord of Might, that comes out of Isaiah 11. There's the Key of David. This is kind of a cool concept. That comes out of Isaiah 22. This is explaining Christ as the keys to the kingdom. He's given the keys to the kingdom. Through Christ, heaven is made accessible to us. When we sing, O Come Thou Dayspring, that's something that pulls back to Malachi 4, that really speaks to the fact that Christ, that God, through Christ, hears the weary, he hears our cry, and he wants to lift us up and provide healing for us. So there's all this stuff in there that you can go and kind of follow up with some of these scriptures and read up on your own. Like I said, a lot of it's in Isaiah. But there's another piece to O Come Emmanuel, which I've kind of found really interesting, something I discovered in the process of researching it. The words and the music kind of seem like they're juxtapositioned, if that makes sense. Have you ever sung it and you thought, man, Joy to the World is like, yeah, joy. And then, oh come, it seems like this real downer. Well, it's because the words and the music come from two different parts, okay? The words go as far back, they think, as maybe 600 AD. I think the first recorded copy is 800. But the words were more compact. It was actually a part of something the church would do as a kind of a reciting piece. So somebody would kind of come up to the front and they would sing a particular verse, and the congregation might respond. Some church services still do this. If you've been to those kind of churches, you know what that's like. So somebody took these initial kind of verses and expanded them. They expanded them into more of what we know now, kind of in song form. They added some words, and so that hung out for a little bit. People used that, and somebody else took it and actually took a piece from a funerary song, something that was sung over and played over the dead in a service, and they took just a piece from that, and they sampled it, and they kind of modified it, and they put these two together. And so that's how we get these words and this music. And then around in the 1800s, I think it was John Mason Neal, if I'm getting his name right, he finds this combination of words and song and publishes them, and it becomes widely known. So we have about 1,000 years of history before the song really begins to see the light of day, and it becomes a really common tradition. So one of the things I couldn't really find information on is why these words, this rejoice, rejoice, exclamation point, something that sounds like this victorious government king coming and taking over, this song that seems like it should have this triumphant kind of stuff. Why the funerary stuff? I don't know if this was the original intention, but it occurred to me that when we sing a victorious song over something kind of melancholy and funerary, if that's a word, we're singing victory over death. So if anything, we have purpose in that. And I want to invite y'all each to stand with us as we sing O Come Emmanuel, now that we have some insight into it. Think about the words, and let's sing victory over death. Amen. O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel that mourns in lonely exile here, until the Son of God appear. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. O come, thou rod of Jesse free, thine own from Satan's tyranny. From depths of hell thy people save, and give them victory o'er the grave. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. O come, thou day spring, come and cheer our spirits by thine advent here. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadows put to flight. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. O come, thou Key of David, come, and open wide our heavenly home. Make safe the way that leads on high, and close the path to misery. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. O come, thou Lord of might, who to thy tribes on Sinai's height in ancient times didst give the law, in cloud and majesty and awe. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Amen. Y'all sound beautiful. You may be seated.